Hi there. So my friend Kaundi just bought a gypsy. So
I can't turn, I'm on a seatbelt.
hey, hi.
Hi.
And this Anna, Kaundi's wife. So we are on a monsoon ride. The first destination right now is Agumbe, but unfortunately there's no rain so far. We've close to Hassan now. So hoping for some rain and a lot of fun. Malnad is a hilly region in the southern state of Karnataka. It is part of the Western Ghats and is abundant in two things: rainfall and greenery. This is the story of a road trip through this magical region. My name is Dayanand, and you guys are watching Back on My Back. Our first day was spent in getting to Agumbe, but we did take a small detour to Angadi, a place with great historical significance, but now pretty much forgotten. It is the birthplace of the Hoysala dynasty, one of Karnataka's great rulers. It was here that Sala had slain a tiger, which gave the name to the dynasty Hoysala. Angadi of present day is hidden away as a quiet village kilometers away from the main highway. The only thing that is remainder of the past is a temple. And unfortunately, renovations have stripped any traces of antiquity. What only remains is nostalgia for a dynasty that ruled the region for over 100 years, building some of the best temples in the country. So we finally reached Agumbe. It's evening here already, but unfortunately there's no rain. So hoping for rain tomorrow. But the weather is like pretty chilled out, so I'm not complaining. What you can see behind me is known as the Malgudi house, also known as Kastureka's house. It was used to shoot Malgudi days, and here's where we're going to stay today. I'll have a tour of the house later. Before that, we'll go to the sunset point. I don't think we'll see any sunset or so, but we'll go there anyway. And then it started to rain. But that did not last long. And it was the only traces of shower during the entire trip. By day 2, I had even forgotten we were on the trip for rain. Agumbe is among the highest rainfall receiving regions in India. It is a biodiversity site and is famous for king cobras. The view of the flat plains from the top of the Ghat road and the surrounding greenery gives this place a very peaceful vibe. We stayed at this viewpoint for an hour before calling it a day. Agumbe's Doddamane was built more than 100 years ago. Here, a tradition of hospitality was followed. Its door was always open for any traveller wanting food and a place to sleep for the night. The current head of the house, Kasturaka, continues that tradition and welcomes everyone with a warm smile. The affection she shows to strangers coming and going through her door is grandma-like. The love received at Doddamane will not be forgotten by me for a long time. While traveling, we sometimes come across the unexpected. That stranger you meet in a foreign country who turns out to be from your own hometown. That breathtaking view which you never knew about until then. Travel is always filled with surprises. One such moment in a trip was when we reached a village called Paise. Kaundi immediately recalled where he had heard about this village, and we made an unexpected stop. Paise is a prehistoric site which has more than a dozen upright monolithic stones. They are called menhirs or nilskal in Kannada. Prehistoric man had raised them. Why? We aren't exactly sure, but they probably had some ritualistic significance. Hidden in this forgotten village lies a connection to humanity's past. People whose stories we might never know. So we are at the Nagara Fort, built by Shivappa Nayaka, and the recent rains have just turned the fort into a canvas of green. It's such an amazing feel to it. Nagara Fort is deserted, although it lies next to the highway. There is a certain pleasure I derive from such inhabited structures. A kick, perhaps, from being a momentary master of my own private castle. Day 3 was our last day in the trip. We were heading back to Bangalore, and on the way we went to Mattur, a village which is famous for its Sanskrit scholars. Here in the Agrahara, situated at the banks of the river Tunga, Pandits dedicate their lives mastering Sanskrit, a now dying language. Our visit here would have been quite uneventful if we hadn't strayed and met the gang. A group of local boys who were students at the Sanskrit school. What surprised us was how warm and welcoming they were. After Sahana conversed with them in Sanskrit, they invited us to the nearby dam and gave us a tour of their village.
Mata kutra pathati. ಏನೋ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅನ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೇನು ಹೇಳು ಎಷ್ಟು ಅನ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೇನು ಕತಿ ಕಕ್ಷೆಯ ಪಠತಿ ಭವಾನ್
हम कक्षा हम अष्टम कक्षा हम सप्तम कक्षायां पठामि
भवतः संस्कृतगुरुः का
मम संस्कृतगुरुः शालिनी महोदया गिरीशः
भवतः वेदाध्ययनमपि करोति कदा विच् ಯಾವುದು ಅನ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆ
किं
किं किं किं वेदाध्ययनं करोति भवान्
उपनिषत् यजुर्वेद
यजुर्वेद
At the dam, we had to part way from our newly made friends. The goodbye was more painful with the realization that this was the end of our trip and normal life was calling us back. So that's all we've got, folks, and thanks Nikhil and Sahana for taking me on this trip. And thanks a lot to you for watching. And if you like my videos and want to see more videos, please hit the subscribe button below.